guys, and welcome back to my channel, and we're jumping right into our next comparison of Ohuhu versus Copic. Not exactly a round 2, but sort of a round 2. However, I'm using Copic CIAO, which is literally the same thing as Copic Sketch, but the look of the marker is different. Whoa! So I mentioned in my first Copic versus Ohuhu, the brush markers video, that I wanted to do a Copic CIAO comparison, and I'm sticking to that. So let's pull an Ohuhu out. The CIAOs are smaller than the Ohuhus, but they are round, and their caps post. Whee. So that's convenient. And we've got our chisel nibs. Let me pull this one out. And of course, they look very, very similar, with the Ohuhus being slightly bulkier. And then our brush nibs, both with the gray band, signifying that that's the brush marker side. And then the brush nibs, same as before, with Copic's brush nibs being just a little bit fuller. And now, let's check out blending again. And so I expect blending to be exactly like my previous video with the Copic versus Ohuhu, so I don't expect much change, but I'm gonna do different colors this time. We're gonna do some purples. Got a slightly better transition, I feel, with Copic, but I think both did pretty good. And now let's just do ink flow. Beautiful. And just like before, pretty standard and good. All right, let's look at our color matches. So this is what we've got, and the colors are pretty similar. There are a few colors that are a little bit off, like these two blues, but not too much. These two purples are kind of off, but I'm hoping that the image will look pretty seamless, and we'll see what we're coloring in now. So say hello to our next planetary character. For those that are new, I draw a character based on a planet, and during the entire comparison, you get to guess which planet you think it is. So give a guess in the comments below. And so I'm going with a gray skin tone. So don't worry if she looks super dead with this skin. In fact, consider that a sort of giveaway as far as which planet she could be. So I hope this gray is showing up on camera. It's a pretty light gray. I got a comment last time on my comparison video about where I get these girls to color. And so I just want to let you guys know, I've said it in before videos, that I basically do all my line art on Paint Tool Sci, and it's just a digital art program that I use my Wacom tablet to emulate drawing just like you would in real life, just on a computer. And then after that, once I finish my line art in Paint Tool Sci, I just print it out and then I color it traditionally. I don't do that for every piece. I do have videos where I draw traditionally and then outline it and then color it, but I do like this method a lot as well. This comparison was kind of hard to do as far as colors go because the Copic CIAOs that I have came in a set, and it's the 36E color set, and a lot of the colors are nice and soft and pastel, and as you all know, Ohuhus don't exactly have soft pastel colors. Thankfully, the Copic CIAO set did come with some colors on the brighter, more vibrant side, so I honestly just fished out every single bright color from this 36E set and did my best to color match from the 48 count color pack from Ohuhu. The cool thing about the CIAOs though is they're cheaper than the Copic sketch, despite being the same sort of product and quality. And like, I've read they have less ink though, so that may be why they're cheaper, but basically they can cost anywhere from $3 to $4, perhaps even less per marker if you were to purchase them in a bulk set like I did with the 36 E-set. And the E-set currently costs like $92.50 on Amazon as of this video. So that actually breaks down to roughly $2.50 a marker, which is a steal to be honest, when it comes to Copic at least. So I highly suggest purchasing packs rather than individual markers. And there are even slightly cheaper sets that I saw as well. Set 36A and set 36B are running about $87 to $89. Not a whole lot cheaper, but again, still amazing when it comes to Copic. And of course, Copic are refillable, whereas Ohuhus are not, but the Shinhan Touch Marker ink is a great alternative to use for refilling Ohuhus. At the same time, Ohuhus don't have as long of a shelf life as Copic, meaning despite being able to refill them with an alternative ink, it's only a matter of time until the nib begins to wear down. Although I will say, on my purple Chow, the nib is starting to fray on that one, which I find extremely surprising because of the fact that I hardly ever use my Copic except for when I do comparisons or something extremely special. So I'm very surprised that's happening already to one of the nibs. I just expected it to last longer, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being too rough with it. And speaking about nibs, with the Copics nibs, they have like an inner flex piece that really helps with keeping the nib flexible, but it also helps with making it durable. So after a while though, damage does occur, and you'll notice that damage if your nib becomes a little too flexible and harder to control. So that's how you'll know it's time to have that nib replaced. And like, Copic does have an easier time blending, but I've said it before in previous videos, the Ohuhus are amazing as well in my opinion, and they do a really great job for their cost. And I tend to enjoy the tip-to-tip method to just get a really good seamless blend. And if you're wondering what the tip-to-tip method is, basically just a blending technique that I will get into in a future blending tutorial with the Ohuhus. So stay tuned for that. So now that we've gotten to the background, I kind of added this goo up top that I really love, and I feel that it adds to this sinister feel of this piece. Have you guys guessed which planet it is? I'm still trying my best to get a good even fill when it comes to these backgrounds, but I'll get there one day. And that's that. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And with the overall look of this character, I went with a very darkish color scheme to represent an underworld type feel because this character is Pluto. And in Roman mythology, Pluto is the god of the underworld. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye!